Half-a-day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Kasalelie, kids! Kasalelie is Pohnpeian for two words, for hello and for goodbye. So, Kasalelie and welcome to PBS University. I am your kindergarten teacher for reading and for language, Ms. Perez. And today we are going to do a couple of things. We're going to review all those sight words we learned in previous lessons. The sight words, do you remember what they are? Do you think you can read them? They're coming up right now.
I am. She. He. Is. Good. And.
Congratulations! We're going to review all of those words and we're going to learn two more words. One is the word can, right up there. The other one is the word read. We're going to practice them. We're going to make them part of our new set of sight words so that by the end of today's lesson, you can actually read the I can statements at the very end. So, let's have fun. Let's start our review. You're going to be cued by pictures. So you'll see pictures. If it's a girl, maybe that's the word she. So that picture will help you read and remember what those sight words say. So, ready, set, read.
She. He. Good. Hey, that's me. I am. She is crying and he is happy.
How did you do? Did you do all right? I bet you can read. Can, there it is, and read, there it is. Those are our two new sight words today. Let's get to work and see what shapes these words look like. Let's take a look at the word can. I see a letter that looks like an ear. I can hear what you're saying, and I hope it's the word can. The second letter in the word can looks like the first letter in our word am. There's am. They look the same. Ah, Same sound. Can. N. That's an arch word. We've seen words that look like those McDonald's arches, the first one being the sound. This is an n sound. Can. Now what about read? I love this word. I know that we've seen that last letter, the D. The D at the end of read is the same letter at the end of the word good. Remember good with the goggly eyes? That sound, that letter is D. But what does it look like when we put read together? You know what I think of? I think of a bed. I think of a bed where I'm gonna snuggle and read a book. And that's the best picture for that word, read. It makes me think of a cozy bed. Let's see if you can find the word mixed in with other words that we haven't learned yet, okay? Ready, set, read.
Can you spot the word can? That's right.
How did you do? I bet you did great. But now it's Reed's turn. Let's do a word search. Let's do a word find. Ready? Set, read.
Can you spot the word that looks like a bed?
Yes! Let's put it in a sentence. Let's see if we can read it. Ooh. Remember that first word? Long time ago? That's right, it's the word I. What did you just try to read? I can read. Oh! Who's at my door?
It is I! Thor, the god of thunder, Miss Terry Perez!
We have a superhero guest today, kids!
Hello, children. Hello. It is so good to be here. So good to be here. So good to be here.
Oh my gosh!
See you again.
Superhero Thor, today we've learned words like can and read. Can. You're a perfect guest today.
Oh, yes. Why?
Well, because can't you do a lot of things?
I can do a lot of things. Yes, I can. I can. Yes. All right. Well, I can do things. Would you like to see what I can do?
We would love to see this, kids, wouldn't we?
Yes. Oh, well, I am the god of thunder, so I can bring in some thunder. And here is the thunder. Ready? 1, 2, 3, thunder!
Oh,
It's quite loud. I'm so sorry. Did I hurt your ears?
it's okay. You're very strong.
I can also bring in clouds. Here, come in clouds.
Oh, here they are.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful clouds.
Clouds. Very nice.
That's a great thing that you can
Yes.
do.
Sometimes I can bring in birds. No, I can't. They're just stuck in the clouds. So they're there.
Oh, okay.
You can hear them. Bye, birds.
Bye, birds.
And, I can also bring in rain. Rain. I'm sorry. Did I just rain on you?
Only me?
Did I rain on your parade? I'm sorry. Oh, all right. I know you're wet now. Let's go ahead and bring in some wind to dry you off. Wind. Wind.
Okay.
You're dry. And what else? Last but not least, I know. I can bring in lightning.
Oh my God! Okay, all right. Oh.
I can do a lot of things. I think that everyone can do anything. What can you do? I'm sure you have your own superpower. You can help people feel better. How can they do that?
Can they give hugs?
Yes, hugs. You can even hug me. Hug a god of thunder. Yes, I feel so much better. You can also make artwork for people and tell them that they're special through your artwork, like making hearts and rainbows. Right? Oh, I can bring in rainbows. Ready? Like this. Rainbows.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, Miss Terry. Well, goodbye. I shall go and fight crime and save the world again.
Okay. Oh, he's leaving in thunder and lightning.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I
Here
get
I
it.
go. I'm going to fly.
Thank you, God of Thunder, for reminding us that we can do a lot of amazing things. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you had fun. And I want you to remember that you can do so many things because you are amazing. Kasalalie!
Ni hao. Can you guess what I just said? Ni hao is a Chinese greeting for hello. Try saying it with me. Ni hao. Amazing job, my kindergarten friends. Here's a fun fact for you. China has an interesting ice pop flavor that you can buy, and you'll never guess what it is. Are you trying to guess? I'll tell you. It's green bean flavor. Yum! Hello, boys and girls. I am Mrs. Hannah, and today I'm going to be your kindergarten math teacher. Do you remember what you learned last lesson? If you said addition, you are correct. Today, we're going to learn the opposite of addition. Do you know what I'm talking about? Subtraction, that's right. Before we begin our lesson on subtraction, there's a few things we need to go over first. So let's go. The first thing we will do is go over our I can statements. And for this lesson, we will have 2 I can statements. The first one, I can understand the meaning of the subtraction symbol. Can you say it with me? I can understand the meaning of the subtraction symbol. Amazing job, my kindergarten friends! And our second I can statement is, I can subtract 2 one-digit numbers. Try saying it with me. I can subtract 2 one-digit numbers. Amazing! You might be wondering, Mrs. Hannah, what does subtraction mean? Well, I'm happy to tell you. Subtraction means when you take one number away from another number. To better help you remember the definition of subtraction, just think of the words take away. Other words that we can also say for subtraction are subtract and minus. Now here's how the subtraction symbol looks like. There it is! Awesome! Can you think of other things that look just like the subtraction symbol? Maybe a pencil? Maybe also a ruler? And maybe also a straw. Good thinking, kindergarten friends. Now, let's practice drawing the subtraction symbol together. Are you ready? Okay, so what we do is we just start over here, and all you have to do is draw a straight line, just like that. Can we try again? So we start over here, draw a straight line. We just drew our subtraction symbols. Now, let's try doing some subtraction skills. Are you ready? Awesome! Let's go! Let's start off a little simple. Let's pretend we have 2 hearts. Can you see my 2 hearts? First of all, let's make sure we have 2 hearts. 1 heart, 2 heart. So remember, when we subtract, we take away. Let's do 2 minus 1. So we have 2 hearts and we're taking away 1. So let's take away 1. Here's my 1 heart that we're going to take away. How many hearts do we have left? We only have 1. So 2 minus 1 is
1. Great job! Okay, let's try another example. Let's try 4 minus 2. So, let's make sure we have 4 hearts. Do you see all my hearts? Let's make sure we have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 hearts. And then let's say we take away 2 hearts. Make sure you take away the correct number of hearts. So 1, 2, we take it away, we subtract them. How many hearts do we have left? Let's count. 1, 2. So 4 minus or subtract 2 equals 2. You did so good. Okay, kindergarten friends, let's try one more example. Let's do 5 minus 2. So, first, let's make sure we have 5 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 hearts. Now, 5 minus 2 hearts. So let's take away these 2 hearts. Let's make sure we take away the right number of hearts, okay? So we take away 2, we subtract 2, so 1, 2. How many hearts do we have left? Now try to count by yourself. Did I hear you say that you have 3 hearts left? If you did, you are correct. We have 3 hearts left, so 5 minus 2 equals 1, 2, 3 hearts. You did such an amazing job. Wow, you learned so many new things today. Let's go over them just in case. The first thing we learned, you learned how a subtraction symbol looks like, and it looks like this. You also learned what subtraction means. Remember the words to take away. And other ways you can say subtraction are to minus or to subtract. And the second thing you did today was practice some subtraction problems. You did such an amazing job. Remember, you too can shine just as bright as the stars. So keep on shining. And until next time, my kindergarten friends.
Come on, eat! Here, it's a little bit cold. Oh, the coconut tree, like the biha, provided for all who lived and cared for it. The end. Come on. I give up. Hey kids, welcome back to another science lesson with me, Miss Chelsea. As you saw earlier, I'm having a bit of a problem. I don't know what's happening. This plant is supposed to be green and healthy and beautiful, but it's just sort of dry and crunchy. I tried feeding it. I gave it chips. Everybody loves chips. I tried putting a blanket on it to keep it warm in the aircon. I tried reading to it, and nothing worked. I wish I knew what to do to bring this plant back to life. Will you help me care for this plant and bring it back to life?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That was thank you in American Sign Language. All you have to do is put your hand close to your lips like this and move it away from you to the person you're thanking. Thank you. Stick around until after today's science lesson to see if we can work some magic on this sad little plant. To learn more about plants, I think we're going to need the help of our lead researcher, Lulu. Now everyone cup your hands in front of your mouth like this and say, Lulu, where are you?
Lulu, where are you? Lulu is doing research on some animals right now, but she sent me to help. I'm her research assistant, Emma.
Well, Emma, thank you for joining us. I was just telling the kids that we were going to learn all about plants. Do you think you can help us with that?
Oh yes, I have lots of plants at home.
Great, thanks.
Let's go. These are just some of the plants I have at home. I also have tons of trees all around. They're basically like really big plants. All plants have the same basic parts. In the soil are the roots. The roots soak up the water from the soil like a straw. Then there's a stem which grows up to the branches. On the branches grow leaves and sometimes flowers. Some plants bear fruit like this donut plant. Donut means hot pepper in CHamoru, and we love donut on Guam. Trees have the same parts of a plant. Can you spot the roots sticking off the stem or trunk? Do you see the leaves, flower, and fruit? Plants need 3 basic things to grow: water, soil, and sun. Some plants don't need a lot of sun. Some plants don't need a lot of water, like a cactus, while others do. Most plants need soil to soak up water and nutrients, while others don't, like orchids. Most plants love the sun, which is why you should keep them outside or by a window. Here's a fun fact. Animals like butterflies, bees, and even lizards love plants and help them to grow and pollinate. I hope you had a fun time exploring the different plants with me.
Thank you so much for showing us all your cool plants and for teaching us the different parts of a plant and what plants need to survive and grow.
No problem, it was fun. Best of luck to you and your plan.
Thank you. So today we learned a lot about plants. We learned the different parts of a plant. Plants usually have roots, a stem, branches and leaves, and some plants have flowers or fruits. Plants also have 3 basic needs to survive. Those are water, sun, and some healthy soil. Now that we learned what plants need to grow, let's see if we can show some love to this plant. For the next couple of weeks, I'm going to give this sun. I'm going to water it and make sure the soil is healthy and there's no chips in it. And hopefully we can get a nice healthy plant with beautiful green leaves and some flowers. Let's try! Hello again. Well, after several weeks, I did everything I said I was going to do. I gave the plant water, I made sure the soil was healthy, and I also made sure to put it outside so it can get some sun instead of staying inside where the aircon is. Because I learned that plants love water, sun, and some really healthy soil. And so, without further ado, would you like to see my plant now? Ta-da! Look at her! She's so pretty and healthy and green. And this, kids, is exactly what happens when you take care of your plants and you give it everything it needs. Remember, it's just water, soil, and sun. And that's all there is to it. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna go check all of my other plants and make sure they have everything they need. So I just want to thank you so much for all your help, and thank you to our special science guest, Emma, for teaching us all about the different parts of the plant and everything that plants need to survive and grow. So until next time, kids, stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to water your plants. Bye!
Hafa students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Hola, boys and girls. It's Mrs. De Guzman, your kindergarten social studies teacher for PBS University Guam. I wanted to ask you, do you know what this is? I visited this statue many years ago in New York. It's called the Statue of Liberty. It's an important American symbol. What's a symbol, you ask? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to learn about Guam symbols and American symbols. Here's our I Can statement for today. I can explain what a symbol means. Can you read that with me? I can explain what a symbol means. Crisscross applesauce and sit comfortably as we learn about Guam symbols and U.S. symbols. It's time for circle time. That picture I showed you earlier, that's one U.S. symbol called the Statue of Liberty. A symbol is something that has a special meaning. A symbol can be an object, a shape, or a drawing that symbolizes or represents something special. The Statue of Liberty stands tall in New York Harbor. The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the U.S. from France. She represents freedom. This is a picture of the Liberty Bell. It's located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It was used to ring for big events. It is another symbol for freedom. Let me show you a few more U.S. symbols. This is a bald eagle, and it's the country's national bird. It stands for bravery and strength. To be brave doesn't mean to be fearless. To be brave is doing something right, even if you're scared to do it. You know, I visited a zoo in Texas, and I saw a bald eagle. The zoo named her Liberty. I didn't know this until recently, but did you know that the rose is the national flower of the United States? It symbolizes life, love, and beauty. This is a picture of a pretty rose garden located in Washington, D.C. One last and very important U.S. symbol is the American flag. It stands for freedom. Some people would call the American flag Old Glory or the Star-Spangled Banner. In the beginning of the day, when we're in school, we say the Pledge of Allegiance, and sing the Star-Spangled Banner or the national anthem while putting our hands over our heart and facing the American flag. Let's say the Pledge of Allegiance together. Stand up nice and tall, hands over your heart, like what your teacher would say, and envision facing the American flag. Are you ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job! Now let's talk about Guam symbols. I'm sure you know a few. This is a picture of a latte stone. It symbolizes strength. The latte stone was used as a support or foundation for the huts that the Chamorro people used to live in. There are several areas on Guam where you can see ancient latte stones. Last summer, my daughter and I had the chance to visit Valley of the Latte. We were able to see some ancient latte stones there. This is a picture of the Guam rail, or cocoa bird. It is Guam's national bird. It's a flightless bird, meaning it doesn't fly. This is Guam's flag. There are a lot of special pictures and symbols on the Guam flag. In the middle of the flag is the Guam seal. You can see the Agana Bay, a proa, a coconut tree, and at the back is two lovers' points. The coconut tree is also known as the tree of life. The coconut tree provided many resources for the Chamorro people to use. They used the coconut leaves to build roofs for their huts, and they used the leaves for weaving hats, baskets, and even mats. The shape of this seal is a sling stone. A sling stone was used as a weapon and for hunting, and it represents or symbolizes the protection for the land and the people. And lastly, the picture of the boat in the Guam seal is called a proa. It's a sea-going watercraft built by the Chamorro people. It's very fast and agile in the water, and it required great skill and strength to build. What amazing information about US and Guam symbols! What's your favorite Guam symbol? Mine has to be the coconut tree, because I love coconut candy, especially when they serve it during Chamorro month. So now, when you drive around the island, keep an eye out for these special symbols and share what they mean to your family and friends. Thanks for spending some time with me today, boys and girls. I'd love to hear from you. Have an adult like your mom, dad, an older brother or sister help you. Email me if you'd like to just say hi or share what you enjoy during circle time today. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. Bye.
This is one way that you can greet others in Tagalog. Tagalog is one of the many dialects spoken in the Philippines. Can you try saying the greeting with me? Mabuhay! Amazing job, my kindergarten friends! Here's a fun fact for you. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard of McDonald's, right? Well, McDonald's is a fast food restaurant that's popular all over the world. But in the Philippines, there's another fast food restaurant that's just as popular, Jollibee. Jollibee's mascot is of a red and yellow bee. How cute! Hello, boys and girls. This is reporter Hannah coming to you live. Today we see a rare sighting of a growing brain. That's right, a growing brain. If you want to know how this happened, keep watching. Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Hannah back again with another video on character education. But before we begin, do you remember what we learned last time? If you said how to have healthy physical and mental behaviors, you are correct. Remember, physical health is the well-being of a person's body and how it's working. And mental health is the well-being of a person's mind and how they think and feel. Some examples of good physical health are eating healthy and getting exercise. And some examples of having good mental health are expressing your thoughts and feelings and doing something that you like to do for yourself. Great job on remembering what we learned the last time. Now, back to reporter Hannah. Hello, boys and girls. Back to reporter Hannah here, and also now back to our growing brain. How did this happen? Well, before we find out, I want you to think of a few things that grow. Animals grow, plants grow, and people grow. But did you know our brains can grow too? For today's lesson, we will talk about how thoughts play such an important part in shaping our lives. That's why it's extremely important that we think positive choices. And in order to think positive choices, there are a few things we have to do. And one of them is something you're very familiar with, and that is being able to recognize positive choices. So just like you always do for every lesson, we will be going over an I can statement. So back to you, Mrs. Hannah. Thank you, reporter Hannah. So our I can statement is actually one we've had before. Are you ready? It is, I can recognize positive choices. Do you remember now? Let's say it together. I can recognize positive choices. Great job, my kindergarten friends. Now, you're probably wondering, why do we have the same I can statement? Well, this I can statement is perfect for this lesson because it teaches us how to think positively, especially when we're down. This will not only help shape our lives for the better, but help to keep our brains growing. That's right, a growing brain. There are two vocabulary words that you need to know for this lesson. The first one, fixed mindset. And the second one, growth mindset. The first vocabulary word that we'll be talking about is fixed mindset. Fixed mindset is when you decide that you're not good at something, even if you do practice it. Some examples of having a fixed mindset is wanting to quit, give up, or really just thinking that you're never going to be good at something. And the second vocabulary word is growth mindset. Growth mindset is the mindset that we want to try having. When we have a growth mindset, it is when we know that with practice and encouragement, we can get better at something that we used to think was impossible or hard to do. This is how you can grow your brain. With the help of our friends, let's find out how we can go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. That way, not only are our bodies growing, but our brains are growing too. There was a monkey named Matthew. Hi, friends. I'm Matthew the monkey. Matthew is feeling a little down. I'm so sad today. Matthew got a really bad grade on his math test. I got a really bad grade on my math test. Matthew decided he was going to give up. I'm never going to be good at math. And then one day, Matthew's friend Ellie the elephant was walking by. Hello, Matthew. It's so nice to see you. Hey, Ellie. What's wrong? I got a really bad grade on my math test today. I'm never going to be good at math. Don't think that way, Matthew. All you have to do is practice. Practice? But I got a really bad grade. I'm never going to be good. No, Matthew, that is what it's like having a fixed mindset. If you put your mind to it, you can have a growth mindset. You know what, Ellie? You're right. I'll just practice, and then maybe I can get better. That's the spirit, Matthew. Come on, I'll help you. And a few days later... Ellie! What? I got a good grade on my new math quiz. See, Matthew, I told you you could do it. All you needed was a little practice. Thanks, Ellie. You're such a great friend. Hello, kindergarten friends. Reporter Hannah back again. So let's review a little bit on how we can grow our brains. The first thing we learned is that people, animals, plants, they all can grow. And what else? Our brains. A fixed mindset is when you think you can't get better at things, even when you practice. You also learned about the mindset you do want to try having, and that is growth mindset. Growth mindset is when you believe in yourself and the power of your brain. And the last thing you learned is how to think from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Now, I hope you guys found my report on the growing brain useful, and I hope you too will choose to help your brain grow. Reporter Hannah is reporting on out of here. See you later, kindergarten friends.
Half a day, my PBS friends. Aloha. Half a day, and aloha. Aloha also means hello, or half a day in Hawaiian. Aloha, PBS friends. Guahu si Senora Bobby, and do I have an awesome lesson for you today. Yep, it has to do with our coconut again, our nizuk. Can you say nizuk again? Malik, I remember when I was younger, I used to go with my nana and my Tsetlon Palawan, and we used to collect a lot of nizuk because we were going to make Letsin nizuk, or coconut milk. Do you collect coconut to make coconut milk too? Malik. All right, guys, let's get ready for our lesson today. Are you ready? Malik. All right, my friends. So today we are going to make Kådon Månnok. Yeah, that's right. Do you like chicken soup? Malik, can you say Kådon Månnok? Let's slow that down because that's 2 words. Kådon Månnok. Malik. And when we use our Letsin nizuk, or coconut milk, we are going to really bring out the flavor of our Kådon Månnok. That's right. Do you love it? Yes! Okay, so here are some other words that you're definitely going to need while we make our Kådon Månnok. Are you ready for those words? One of the things that we actually use, which we used also in our previous lesson, was our kamzen nizuk. And in order to make letsen nizuk or coconut milk, we definitely need our grated coconut. That's right. Can you say kamzen nizuk? Malik. Another word we're going to do with our kamzen nizuk, which we definitely have to do to make letsen nizuk or coconut milk, is called fugu. That's right. You notice I'm squeezing down on my hands because we need to fugu our kamzen nizuk to get letsen nizuk or coconut milk. Can you say fugu? Ooh, yeah, deliciousness. And of course, with our Kådon Månnok or our chicken soup, we are going to add some other ingredients into it as well. Another ingredient we definitely need to put into our Kådon Månnok to make our letsen nizuk come out and taste so much better is our asiga. Asiga. Can you say asiga? That's right, our asiga is our salt. So let's take all these ingredients that I just said and let's make our Kådon Månnok. All right, are you ready? Me too. Let's go, my friends.
All right, my friends. Let's go ahead and get ready to make our Kådon Månnok. Let's rinse our chicken parts out. That's right, rinse it really good. And when we're done, we're going to spill out the dirty water. All right, let's get that ready. And let's heat up our pot. And also cook down some of the other ingredients that we need for our Kådon Månnok, like garlic and guess what the other one is? Onions. That's right. Let's put that in our pot. Can you smell that deliciousness? All right, next, we are going to put in our washed up chicken, our Månnok, into the pot. And we're going to cook it a little bit. That's right. Let's keep mixing it and stirring it so that all the parts of our Månnok are cooked evenly. Awesome. Can you see that? Really, really nice. Even it out. And let's take a look at our chicken wing. Oh, nice. You see all that? That is deliciousness by adding in the rest of our ingredients, including our black pepper and mixing it up a little bit to get it all over our Månnok. That's right, beautiful. And adding in our hanum or our water to make our Kådon Månnok. Yeah. Oh, it is starting to look really, really, really delicious. And our asiga. Did you remember? We learned the word asiga for salt to add some flavor together with our Kådon Månnok or our chicken soup. And stir in our asiga. Next, we're going to cover our Kådon Månnok so that it could cook a little bit more and add in the rest of our gulai. We have some potatoes, cabbage, and some carrots. Oh, yes. And of course, our letsen nizuk, which what did we do? We did the fugu. We squeezed it. Or we squeezed out our coconut milk so that we can add the last of our ingredients. And lastly, here is our Kådon Månnok.
Malik, did you have fun making Kådon Månnok with me? I did. I had so much fun too. Thank you for joining me. But before we go today, I want to make sure that we review all the words that we just learned today. All right. One of the first words that we learned on this lesson and our previous lesson was kamzen nizuk, because that's super, super important. All right. Can you say it again? Kamzen nizuk? Malik. And of course, another main ingredient that we definitely used was our letsen nizuk. Can you say letsen nizuk? Malik, Malik, Malik. That is awesome, awesome. And here are the other words that we learned. And it was Kådon, Månnok. Can you say Kådon, Månnok? I'm getting hungry already. That's right. And one of the words that we learned to definitely make our lechonito taste just a little bit, much better actually, is our asiga or our salt. Can you say asiga? Maulik, Maulik. And of course, to make our lechonito, we have to fugo our kamsanizok or squeeze it to make our coconut milk. Delicious, definitely. Can you taste it already? Me too. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me for our CHamoru time. Can you make some Kådon Månnok today? Yeah, high five. Awesome. All right. Adios, my friends. See you later.
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoco.
Half a day, kids. This is Mr. Ernest Ochoco with another fast, fun fact. And today, we're going to talk about archery. See that little baby right there? That's like Cupid. You know, Eros, the god of love. The son of Aphrodite, right? And archery is really cool. Here, let's do one right now. Let's arch and boom. There you go. And our diversity word today is this. Se agapo. Se agapo. It is Greek for I love you. Oh, that's sign language for I love you too. I love you. Love is in the air. Every time I run around, love is in the air. Every sight and every sound. We are going to go on a little trip to the Pacific Islands Club, and we're going to try some archery. There's the bow and arrow, okay? And let's see where it goes this time. Boom. Oh, it's all over the place. Ah, don't hit me.
Now for a fast fun fact, we've got our friend Jan from PIC and also some information about a goddess. No, not Jan, he's not the goddess. But he's going to show us how to use a bow and arrow for archery. Now the goddess Artemis from Greek mythology, she was the goddess of the hunt, and she used a bow and arrow to do her hunting. Now Jan is showing us 3 fingers. Cool. We hold the string there. Got it. We face that way. Okay. And we pull and we shoot the arrow. Cool. So bow and arrows were used for hunting and for warfare. Interesting. Let's see how well Jan did. Cool. Wow. Good job. You hit the yellow part. Bullseye. Excellent. Thanks for showing us what to do, Jan. Bye. Gosh, you're like the goddess Artemis.
Wow, that was so much fun. Definitely gonna go back over there and keep practicing. So remember, kids, love who you are. Se agapo. Love who you are because you are worthy of love. Bye, everyone.
Hafa-Day students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you, students, for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.